Welcome all of you. Myself, Dr. J.N. Kakade, Associate Professor in the Department of Physics, SHGM College, Kopargaon. Now, on this topic, complex number, this is my fourth lecture, and in this lecture, we going to study the following points. That is, first one is different forms of complex number. Complex number have different forms. It may be represented in a rectangular form. Second one is polar form. Third one is exponential form. We first see the theory, how we can represent complex number in a rectangular, polar and exponential form, and then related example on this. That is, if we know the rectangular form, we convert this form into polar and exponential. Now, first of all, we see the what is meant by the rectangular form of complex number. You are familiar with that, or in first lecture we have seen that complex number is represented in the form z equal to x plus iy, and this form is known as a rectangular form of complex number because x and y are a rectangular coordinate. Second one is polar form. So before derive this formula, we see how we come to this formula. So for this, consider a figure where OX and OY are a rectangular coordinate axis with O as a origin. Consider P be the any point having rectangular coordinates, say XY, be at any point in XY plane, say at a distance r from origin, small r. That is, OP distance is equal to small r, and theta is the angle made by a line OP with x-axis. So if you observe the figure, so there is a formation of triangle OQP, right angle triangle, and from this triangle we find some trigonometric ratio, that is cos theta and sin theta. You are familiar with that, how we can find the cos theta and sin theta. So for cos theta, we take ratio of adjacent side divided by diagonal. So the adjacent side and this is diagonal. So we can find this cos theta as a x divided by r. So from this x will be r cos theta. So this is r cos theta. Now second trigonometric ratio is sin theta. So this is sin theta. So sin theta will be front side divided by diagonal. So from this we find sin theta, which is equal to y by r, or x equal or y equal to r sin theta. So using trigonometry, we find value of r in terms of r and theta, and value of y in terms of r and theta. Now putting this value in our usual rectangular form, that is z equal to x plus iy, we get substitute the value. So substitute the value of x, that is r cos theta, plus I substitute the value of y, that is r sin theta. Now here we take common r, so z will be r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta, and this is equation number 1. Now in this equation number 3, r and theta, r is known as a modulus of complex number and theta is known as a argument. So let us see how this will find out. So r can be find out as, so this is r is equal to square root of x square plus y square, equation number 4, and theta equal to tan inverse of y divided by x. So this is like this, tan inverse of y divided by x, equation number 5. Means in equation number 3, r and theta can be find out by using equation number 4 and 5, and this is known as a modulus and argument of complex number. Now we see how we come to this point, that is r is represented by equation number 4 and theta is represented by equation number 5. So let us see the theory behind this. So for this, square equation number 1, square equation number 2, and add these two equations. So squaring equation number 1, that is x, which is equal to r cos theta, and squaring equation number 2, that is y equal to r sin theta. So after squaring and adding, we get x square plus y square, which is equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. So taking r common, we write into bracket cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to r square, because value of this bracket is 1. Cos square theta plus sin square theta, this is one of the identity. So we get x square plus y square, which is equal to r square. So r equal to square root of x square plus y square. Now also we have complex number, that is equation number 3, z equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is polar form of complex number. So its complex conjugate will be z bar r into bracket cos theta minus I sin theta. So in original complex number there is a I, so we have replaced it by minus I. Now taking the product of this z and z bar, so this is z and this is z bar, so we write zz bar, which is equal to, so like this, zz bar which is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the value of z. Now value of z bar is r into bracket cos theta minus I sin theta. Now after simplification of this bracket, so we write zz bar as a mod of z square r square, and into bracket there are 4 terms, cos into cos, so cos square theta, cos into cos square theta, then cos into minus I sin theta, so this is minus cos theta sin theta minus I cos theta sin theta, so this is second term. Now third is I sin theta into cos theta, so this is I sin theta cos theta, and last one is I sin theta minus I sin theta, so this is minus I square sin theta, minus minus become plus, so this is sin square theta. Now after simplification we get this value like this, that is z square mod of z square, which is equal to r square, because plus and minus this gets cancelled, and sin square theta and cos square theta, this is equal to 1, and so we get mod of z square which is equal to r square, or mod of z which is equal to r. So mod of z which is equal to r, and r is equal to x square plus y square, which we have proved already. Now tan of theta will be ratio of sin theta divided by cos theta. You are familiar with this. Now we have value of sin theta, that is in previous equation number 1. This is y by r. Value of cos theta, this is x by r gets cancelled, and so tan theta will be y by x, or theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. Now this is the value of, we have find the value of r and theta. Now we see the next form of complex number is exponential form. Exponential means e raised to something. Now for this, consider a complex number z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, which is a polar form of complex number, representation of complex number into polar form. Now here r is called as a modulus and theta is called as a argument. We are familiar with this. Now using Maclaurin series of expansion, so this is Maclaurin series. So Maclaurin series is e raised to n, which is equal to 1 plus n divided by factorial 1 plus n square divided by factorial 2 plus n cube divided by factorial 3, and so on, where n is real number. So by substituting instead of n as a I theta in Maclaurin series, we write e raised to I theta. This series become e raised to I theta, which is equal to 1 plus I theta divided by factorial 1 plus I theta square divided by factorial 2 plus I theta cube divided by factorial 3, and I theta bracket raised to 4 divided by factorial 4, and so on. Now we simplify this series, e raised to I theta, 1 as it is, I theta divided by 1 as it is, I theta square divided by 2, this is also as it is. Now take the I theta raised to 4 divided by 4, and this is only theta raised to 4 divided by 4. Why this is so? Because here I raised to 4 minus minus become plus, and this will be theta raised to 4 divided by factorial 4. Now we can simplify this series like this. e raised to I theta. Now we take separate this series into two brackets. Into first bracket we write I minus theta square divided by twice I, because in this series third term is I theta square divided by twice I. So minus I square, this will be plus I theta square divided by twice I. So I square is there, so this will be the minus. Means alternately we write this term. So in first bracket 1 minus theta square divided by factorial 2 plus theta raised to 4 divided by factorial 4 and so on. Means all even terms are there. Now in second bracket I theta, that is second term of this series, like this. So I theta divided by factorial 1 minus I into bracket theta cube divided by factorial 3 plus I multiplied by theta raised to 5 divided by factorial 5 and so on. Now this series we write further e raised to I theta, which is equal to, into first bracket 1 minus theta square divided by factorial 2 plus theta raised to 4 divided by factorial 4. Now plus taking I sin I common in the second bracket, this will be theta divided by factorial 1 minus theta cube divided by factorial 3 plus theta raised to 5 divided by factorial 5 and so on. Now this is say equation number 1, or say main equation of this Maclaurin series when we replace n by I theta. Now also we have expansion of sin theta and cos theta. So cos theta is expand like this. So this is expansion of cos theta. So cos theta expands like this. So this is 1 minus theta square divided by factorial 2 plus theta raised to 4 divided by factorial 4. Now here cos of theta, which is equal to 1 minus theta square divided by factorial 2 plus theta raised to 4 divided by factorial 4, and sin of theta is theta divided by factorial 1 minus theta cube divided by factorial 3 plus theta raised to 4 theta raised to 5 divided by factorial 5. Now multiplying this sin by I, so we get this I sin theta, taking, so multiply it with I, so I into bracket all these terms theta divided by factorial 1 minus theta cube divided by factorial 3 plus theta raised to 5 divided by factorial 5. Now when we add this, that is cos theta plus I sin theta, we get e raised to I theta, and this is known as a Euler's formula. By multiplying on both sides, we get r e raised to I theta, which is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So complex number expressed in exponential form, z equal to r e raised to I theta, and which is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. This is polar form. Now exponential form of complex number is z equal to e raised to I theta, means it is having a real part r and imaginary part e raised to I theta. Now we have represented complex number into different forms. We have derived the formula. First is z equal to x plus iy, rectangular form, z equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta, this is polar form, and third one is z equal to r e raised to I theta, this is exponential form. Now we see some of the example how we can convert this complex number into polar or exponential form if we know in a rectangular form. So first example is express the given complex number z equal to 2 root 3 plus twice I into polar and exponential form. Now simple theory to solve such example is, now given is z equal to 2 root 3 plus 2i, comparing this with our standard representation of complex number in a rectangular form, that is z equal to x plus iy. So first compare the given complex number, we get value of x, we get value of y. So here we get value of x as a 2 root 3 and value of y as a 2. Now further we use the formula to find the r. So r can be find out by formula x square plus y square. So substitute the value of x, that is 2 root 3 bracket square, substitute the value of y, that is 2 its square. Now when we simplify this, so we get square root of 4 into 3 plus 4. So 3 into 2, that is 12, and plus 4, so this is 16. So r equal to 4. Now formula to find the argument, that is theta, which is equal to tan inverse of y by x. So which is equal to tan inverse of 2 divided by 2 root 3. So 2 gets cancelled, and we get theta equal to tan inverse of 1 upon root 3. So this is pi by 6, means we get value of theta. So if you know the value of r and if we know the value of theta, then we can express the complex number into polar form and exponential form. Now this is the polar form, that is z, which is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, and exponential form is z equal to r e raised to I theta. Now substitute the value of these two, so we represent the given complex number z equal to 2 root 3 plus 2i into polar form such as z equal to 4 into bracket cos of pi by 6 plus I sin of pi by 6, and in exponential form this is z, which is equal to 4 e raised to I pi by 6. Now similarly we take another example, that is express complex number z equal to pi into polar and exponential form. So same is, that is given is z equal to pi. So comparing this with our standard complex number z equal to x plus iy, so we get value of x as a 0 and value of y as a pi. Now formula to find the modulus is mod of z, which is equal to r, which is equal to x square plus y square. So substitute the value of x as a 0 and substitute the value of y as a pi. So 0 square plus pi square, so this is pi square. So taking square root, we get mod of z, which is equal to r, which is equal to pi. Now formula to find the argument or phase is tan inverse of y by x. So here substitute the value of y as a pi, substitute the value of x as a 0. So we get tan inverse of infinity, and this is pi by 2. Now we get value of theta and we get value of r. So r is equal to pi, theta is equal to pi by 2. So we can represent this complex number into polar form using formula z equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta, and in exponential form z equal to e raised to I theta. Now substitute the value of r as a pi and theta as a pi by 2. So complex number in polar form will be z equal to pi into bracket cos of pi by 2 plus I sin of pi by 2, and in exponential form z equal to pi e raised to I pi by 2. Now we see third example, that is how we can convert the given complex number into polar form. So here complex number given is 1 upon 1 minus I square, and we have to convert this into polar and exponential form. So before going to convert this into polar and exponential form, we have to convert this into standard form. So let us compare this complex number with z, that is z equal to x plus iy, which is equal to 1 upon 1 minus I square. So this is bracket a minus b bracket square. So we can solve this bracket like this. So 1 upon first square, that is 1 square, 2 times the product of first term second term, that is twice I, and minus square of the last term. So we have solved this bracket by using the formula a minus b bracket square. Now further simplification gives 1 upon 1 minus twice I plus 1. So this plus 1 and minus 1. So I square. So there is some mistake. So you say that when we square this term, that is I square, so last term square, so there must be plus sign, and I square will be minus. So plus, instead of here this must be minus 1. So plus 1 minus twice I minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, and we get 1 upon minus twice I, that is equal to 1 upon twice I. So instead of minus 1 we take I square, and this will be finally I by 2. So comparing x plus iy, we get 0 plus 1 half I. Now in this equation we only correct this must be plus I square. So finally we get z equal to x plus iy, which is equal to 0 plus 1 half I. Means here we get the value of x and we get the value of y. So once we get the value of x and value of y, we can find z, we can find theta, that is modulus and argument. So modulus can be find out using formula r equal to square root of x square plus y square. Substitute the value of x as a 0, substitute the value of y as a 1 half, its square. So this will be 1 by 4, so 1 half means mod of z, which is equal to r, which is equal to 1 half. Now find the value of theta, that is tan inverse of y by x. So substitute the value of y, that is 1 half, and x by 0. So this will give tan inverse of infinity, so theta equal to pi by 2. Now here we get value of r as a 1 half, we get value of theta as a pi by 2. Now if we know the value, we can convert the complex number into polar and exponential form. So polar form with z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So substitute the value of r as a 1 half and theta as a pi by 2. So polar form will be z, which is equal to 1 half into bracket cos of pi by 2 plus I sin of pi by 2, representation of complex number in polar form. Similarly, in exponential form we write z equal to r a raised to I theta. Substitute the value of r as a 1 half and theta as a pi by 2. So z equal to 1 half e raised to I pi by 2, representation of complex number in exponential form. Now using this same idea, we take fourth example, that is find angle between two complex number. If you want to find the angle between two complex number, which we have given z1 equal to 1 plus root 3i and z2 equal to minus 3 plus I, we have to take the ratio of these two complex number if I want to find the angle. So we have taken this ratio, that is z equal to 1 plus root of 3i, I is outside the square root, divided by minus 3 plus I. Now in order to convert this complex number into standard form, we have multiply and divide by a common term, and this is minus root 3 minus I, minus root 3 minus I. So in first lecture or in third lecture we have seen that how we have taken this. Now on the denominator side there is a complex number minus 3 plus I. So take its complex conjugate and divide and multiply it. So we have divided it. Now after simplification, denominator and numerator can be simplified, and we get minus 3 plus I, minus 3i plus root 3 divided by minus root 3 square minus I square. So divided we get 4, and on numerator side this will be 4i. Now we get complex number as a z equal to minus z equal to say minus I, so which is equal to 1 plus I. Now here we get complex number, and if we know this value, we can find, comparing this with complex number rectangular form x plus iy, we get x equal to 0 and y equal to 1. Now here tan inverse will be minus 1 divided by 0, so tan inverse will be minus infinity, so this will be minus pi by 2, and hence angle between two complex number which we have given is minus pi by 2. Now in this way, in today's lecture we have seen the different forms of complex number, their formulas and related example. That is, if I have given a complex number in rectangular form, after finding the value of r and theta, we can convert it into polar and exponential form. Now this is the end of my lecture. We will continue in next lecture. Thank you.